Mark 6, Bodach 16 to 1, 2 Great Baron 7 to 2, and 13 Wassar 4 to 1. 3:30, 7 Roy Fern 7 to 2, 10 Barnless 12 to 1, and 5 Briar Patch 5 to 4 favourite. 4 o'clock, 8 Michael Allen 15 to 8, 4 Coloured Cord 14 to 1, 11 On Your Knees 20 to 1. 3 o'clock from Thirsk, 11 Royal Banner 11 to 2 joint favourite, 3 Barriel 12 to 1, 18 Yellow Fire 11 to 2 joint favourite. 3:30, 20 Let 'em Have It 11 to 1, 11 Please Turn Over 13 to 1, and 6 Glen Turk 15 to 1. 4 o'clock, 8 The Old Pretender 130 favourite, 18 Landscaper 14 to 1, 13 Our Song 8 to 1, and 4 White Wonder 13 to 2. 2:45 Newcastle 12 Claverings Cross 20 to 1, 7 Byzantium 6 to 4 favourite, and Tell Ballyboff 14 to 1. 3:15 Fabrication 15 to 2. 3:45 for Beamy Ridge 5 to 2 on favourite, 1 Nutshell 7 to 2, and 9 Flawless 33 to 1. 4:15 7 Sea Urchin 2 to 1, 27 Red Well 33 to 1, and 3 Just a Minute 5 to 4 on favourite. 2:45 Hereford 5 Philodon 7 to 2, 2 Mr. Reekin 13 to 8 on favourite, and 4 Ross Royal 7 to 2. 3:15 7 Donnybrook 7 to 2, 3 Marks Boy 9 to 2, and 9 Scoundrel 11 to 4. 3:45 7 Otaki 10 to 1, 2 King of Swing 50 to 1, and 6 Sorbonne 11 to 8. 4:15 3 Just Jake 11 to 8 on favourite, 2 St. Lo 14 to 1, and 1 Farthingdale 7 to 4. 4:45 2 Wrongly Down 2 to 1 favourite, 13 Garamond 16 to 1, 4 Rolia 12 to 1. Irish 2,000 guineas, 350 from the Curragh, 10 Northern Treasure 33 to 1, 4 Comaran 2 to 1 favourite, 8 Lucky Wednesday 20 to 1. Jackpot news from Newbury. The pool £2,372 45 pence paid on the full 6 legs, 5 winning tickets. ITV 7 total there to 10 pence, of course, £5,281 20 pence.
And that total of £5,281 and 20p was doubled by a lady living in Strefford in Manchester. She had a 20p stake and picked up over £10,500. We've heard from the winning manager, Willie Ormond. Let's get a reaction now from Don Reevy. Again, he's with Brian Moore.
Don, I gather Archie Gemble's just come into the England dressing room and has said, what was it?
He thought we played really well in the second half. He said he thought the least we deserved was a draw. And I felt this. Personally, in the second half, I was quite pleased with the team's performance. Scotland had 1 or 2 chances early on. We got a good goal through Mick Channon. And then we had a defensive mistake by letting little Don Masson come in from the corner kick and score with a header. And then Ray Clements is really upset because it's very seldom he lets goals like they're winning.
Must have been once every 10 years he does that.
That's all. He said there's many, many times, and I've told him to forget all about that one, that goalkeepers let things like that in occasionally.
But knowing how professional you are, you can't be totally satisfied with that England performance today, presumably.
Well, you're never satisfied with any performance, Brian. I think even if you're playing really well as a team and winning matches, you're always looking for improvement. But I felt when we lost Roy McFarlane and we lost Stuart Pearce in the first half, the second half, I thought that we possibly deserved the draw. As I say, you're never satisfied. I don't suppose Willie will be satisfied with his performance, but that's how football goes.
Yeah. But, I mean, you've obviously got a lot of work to do now between now and Finland.
No, I don't think we should panic and start rocking the boat. I think we should just keep working on the same pattern, and these lads, at least the battling had a go, and I thought a little bit of pattern and shape there, and we were patient. And 1 or 2 little breaks, we might have snatched the draw, but we'll work in the 3 matches in America and then try and get right for Finland.
Good. Let's hope it does go right for Finland, Don. Thanks very much for coming out.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Don.
Don Reevy there talking to Brian Moore. Well, now cricket, and 2 century makers helped Middlesex pile up a mammoth total in the Benson and Hedges game against Minor Counties East at Lords. Opener Mike Smith lost his partner Mike Brearley with only 5 runs scored. 52 overs later, the innings closed at 258 for 4, with Smith out for 105 and Clive Radley unbeaten on 121. Their second week in partnership added 204 and included 108 runs raised in the 19 overs before lunch. The Minor Counties are 78 for 1 after 28 overs. Surrey fell away after a promising start against Kent at Canterbury. Alan Butcher scored 61, his 3rd half century in succession, and he put on 109 for the first wicket with John Edridge. They finished 199 for 6, and after 17 overs, Kent were 45 for 1. An unbeaten century by Leicestershire's Chris Balderston helped the cup holders to a total of 254 for 4 against Worcestershire at Leicester. Balderston hit 100 exactly, not out. In the tour game at Southampton, Hampshire were all out for 152 against the West Indians. Let me just repeat the tennis story. Defeat for Britain's Sue Barker in the women's singles final of the Coca-Cola British Hardcore Championships at Bournemouth. After winning the first set against the West German champion Helga Masthoff, she lost the next two to go down 5-7, 6-3, 6-2. And Mrs. Masthoff takes the first prize of £2,000. Motor racing and world champion Niki Lauda of Austria has won pole position in his Ferrari for tomorrow's Belgian Grand Prix at Sollte. His teammate Clay Regazzoni of Switzerland will join him on the starting line. Britain's James Hunt in a McLaren had the third fastest time. And we just about come to the finish of it all. The birds are flying over Hampden Park. The ground is almost empty now. There's wreckage all over the ground inside, bottles and bits of paper, but it's been a great day for Scotland. Next week, we'll be back in the studio. We'll be starting at 12:30 again. We have ice hockey.